Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Kuldeep here. Today we are going to learn about XPath identification with access methods. So let's start. So first let's try to understand that what does it mean by the XPath access methods. XPath access methods are used to identify the web element by their relationship like parent, child and the sibling. And access are named so because they refer to access on which elements are lying relative to an element. Okay, so this is the technical definition of the XPath access methods. We will get more clarity when we will see the practical examples with respect to the different access methods. Okay, so here are different access methods like the following: preceding, child, parent. So I will show you these methods one by one. Then this definition will be more clear and you will easily able to connect the dots here. So let's start. Okay, so let me create one class here. So I will create one Java class as XPath demo 3 and select this public static void main from here, right? For the today's demo, I will be using this URL which I have used for the customized XPath identification demo as well. So for that I have created this class and that's why I am utilizing this code to launch the same URL. So let me paste it here. Right. Okay. So let's start with our first method. So the first method is the following. As per the description, it is used to locate web element following the current node. And here is one note. The note says that in case of the following, all nodes under the current node are targeted, irrespective they are children of the current node or not. What follows below the context node. And here is the syntax for the following node. Okay, so let's do one thing with the help of this following access method. We will try to identify some element on this web page. So let's try to identify this last name text field with the help of following method. Do the right click, select this inspect option. As we can see, like the last name comes after the first name. So first we need to identify this first name. Then with the help of the following method, we will identify the last name text field. First inspect this web element. Okay, so here we can see that the starting tag is the input here. It has the couple of other attributes like ID and the first name. So let's utilize this ID to identify first name text field. As we all are aware about the basic XPath syntax, so it starts with the double forward slash tag name. Tag name is the input here. Okay, and after that at the rate attribute and its value, and its value is the attribute is the ID here. So I will write the at the rate ID and its value in the single quotes. So I will write the first name. Okay, so here you can see that the first name text field is getting highlighted. Now what we need to do with the help of following method, we will identify the last name. We need to use a forward slash. After that we need to write the following, okay, two colons, and the starting tag for the last name is the input. Okay, so I will write here input. So here you can see like the last name text field is getting highlighted. Along with that, we can, if you have noticed here, then you can see that it is highlighting the 9 element. So the reason to highlight the 9 web element is that because all the nodes that comes after the first name and their starting tag is the input, like irrespective they are the children of the first name or the not, but all the nodes will be highlighted. Okay, the same thing is written here. So basically it is targeting all the nodes irrespective they are its children of current node or not. Okay, so as we want to identify the last name here, so we can utilize its property. It has the property like ID and the name, so we can use the ID here. So I will write at the rate ID equals to last name. So here you can see like it has started highlighting the last name text field. I can utilize the same in my code, and I will write as the driver dot find element boy dot xpath. Okay, and as it is a text field, so I can send some text inside it with the help of send keys. So I will write the Kumar here. Okay, this was the use of the following method. Now moving to the next one. The next one is the preceding. What it do, basically it select all node that comes before the current node, and here the syntax for the same. So let's do one thing, and now this time let's identify the first name with the help of preceding. Okay, because it is the preceding node of the last name. So first we will identify the last name, then with the help of preceding method we will identify the first name text field. Okay, so here we can do one thing. So we can make some changes in this XPath itself. Okay, so if we do one thing here, so if I write the id equals to last name, so basically it will highlight our last name text field, and now I will use the preceding here, and after that two colons, and if I write the input here you can see like it is highlighting the 4 web elements. Okay, and for all the starting tag is the input. So basically it is picking all the preceding nodes with the input tag. Okay, so that's why it is highlighting all the 4 web elements here. But as we need to select the first name, so we can utilize the properties of the first name text field and identify it. So I will write the @id equals to. So here you can see like we can easily identify the first name. So I will utilize this as well. So I will write driver dot find element boy dot xpath. Okay, so with the help of send keys, let's enter some text here. So I will write the okay. Moving to the next one. Our next one is the child. Child basically selects all the children element of the current node, and here is the syntax for the same. Okay, so let's use this child method to highlight some element on this web page. Okay, so let's first understand the concept of the parent and child on this web page. Then with the help of the child method we will identify the web elements. Okay, so here you can see one node here, and starting tag is the div, id is the gender, and class is the gender. And here you can see that there are two nodes which are the part of this div. So if simply I click on this button, so all the two nodes gets collapsed. Like if I expand this, then you can see that two nodes appears. So it means that these two nodes, the span class male and span class female, so these are the children of this gender node. Okay, I hope you got the point here of the parent and children. So basically this is the parent and these two are the children of this gender node. Okay, so let's do one thing. With the help of the child node, let's try to identify any of these web element. Okay, we can do in this way. I will write the div @id equals to gender. So here you can see that the gender field is getting highlighted. Okay, now with the help of the child method we will try to access any of its child. Okay, so its child is male and female, so let's try to identify any of these web element. Okay, so for that I will write the /child 2 colons, and here the starting tag for the both children, like the male and the female, the starting tag is the span itself. So I will write the span. Okay, so as soon as I have written the span here, you can see that two elements are getting highlighted here. Okay, I can select anyone from here. So simply I can write in this way. So basically it select the first one, which is the male here. Okay, and I can utilize the same in my code. So I will write the driver dot find element boy dot xpath. As it is a radio button, so I can click on it. Okay, so moving to the next one. So the next one is the parent. It selects the parent of the current node. And here is the syntax for the same. Again, we can do one thing here. So say like, as we know, for these two fields like the male and female, the parent is gender here. Okay, so we can do one thing with the help of these children, male or female, we can select the parent node here. So we can write in this way, span @ class equals to male, m is small here. So you can see like male radio button is getting highlight. Now with the help of this node, I will access its parent node. So I will write the / parent. The starting tag for the parent is div here. So I will write the 2 colons div. You can see like the parent node is getting highlight here. I can get the attribute for this particular parent node. So let's write in this way, driver dot find element y dot xpath. Okay, and let's get the class for this particular web element. So I will write the get attribute and we write the class here, and we can print this out as well. So I will write this is out, print out the class for this particular web element. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's execute the code till now which we have written. Okay, I will simply right click and run a Java application. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Okay, so here you can see like it has entered the first name inside my first name text field. Okay, the last name inside the last name text field. It has selected the male radio button and it has returned us the class name value for this particular web element, that is the gender here. Okay, so till now the things are working fine. So let's see what is the next one. Next one is the following sibling, and as per the definition, in case of the following sibling, all the following nodes of the current node that share the same parent are applicable. Select the following sibling of the context node and sibling shares the same parent only. And here is the syntax for the same. Okay, so let's see how we can utilize this method here. Here we know that the gender is the parent here, and these two elements like the male and the female, that are the children here. Let's use the concept of the following sibling here, because these two are the sibling, male and female, these two nodes are the sibling here. So we will use the concept of the following sibling here to identify the female field here. So how we can do it? We can write in this way, span @ class equals to male. We will write / following sibling. Okay, double colon. As we know, like it has only one sibling, and for that the starting tag is the span here. So I will write the span. Here it has only one sibling, so it is getting highlight, and we can use the other attribute like the @ class equals to female. Okay, so in this way we have selected the sibling node of male web element, right? We can write it like driver dot file element y dot xpath. Okay, and as it is the radio button, so we can select it. Okay, now moving to the next one. Okay, so the next one is the preceding sibling, and it selects the preceding sibling of the context node. Okay, and here is the syntax for the same. So let's utilize this concept here. Like it is again very simple here. I hope you got it, like how we can do. As we know, like the gender is the parent here and these two are the children. So let's use the preceding sibling concept here. So we can write here the female. For the female, the preceding is the male. Okay, and for the male, the following sibling was the female. Okay, so I will write female, simply change it to the preceding. And if we simply do the span here, then you can see like male field is getting highlight. Then I can write @ class equals to male. So you can see like it is highlighting the mail radio button. I can utilize the same in my code. I will write the driver dot find element by dot xpath, okay, and simply click on it. As it is the radio button, so we can perform only the click operation here. Moving to the next one. The next one is the ancestor, and what its definition says, it says like it select all the ancestor elements like grandparent, parent, etc. of the current node. Okay, so let's do it for the first name text field here. I will write in this way. So first let's identify this first name. Okay, and for the first name we know that the starting tag is the input, and at the rate id equals to first name. Okay, and our first name text field is getting highlight, and what we need to do basically, we need to find its ancestors. Okay, so we will write in this way. Okay, and okay, so here it has started highlighting all the ancestor with the starting tag div here. So let's try to identify this email field. So here we can see like for the email, the starting tag is the input here. Okay, so let's use this ID to identify this email text field. So we can write in this way: input at the rate ID equals to email. Okay, so the E is capital here. Okay, so you can see like first we identified all its ancestors, and then we traverse to the particular element. Okay, so this is the way we can use the ancestor. So we can do in this way: driver dot find element by dot xpath. Okay, and simply send keys. Okay, so say I write the kk@gmail.com. Now coming to the next one. So this is the last one. It is the disdent, and it is used to locate element by the xpath for all the children and subchildren of the current node. This is the syntax for the same. So let's try to identify sub element using this disdent access method. Okay, so let's select some starting node from here. Let's select this one. So I will write the div at the rate class equals to. So here you can see like select complete page here. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to use the disdent method. Okay, so I will write the disdent, okay, two colons, and say I write the div. Okay, so you can see like it has started highlighting all the nodes for which the starting tag is the div. So here are around the 71 nodes, and say like we need to select some particular element. Say I want to select this company name here. Okay, so I want to identify this company name here. So what I can do here, you can see like the ID is the company and the starting tag is the input here. So what I will do, I will write the input. Okay, so for the input you can see like it has started highlighting all the element for which the starting tag is the input. But as we need to focus on this company, so I will write the at the rate ID equals to company. Okay, you can see like it has started highlighting the company name, and I can use the same in my code. So I will write the driver dot find element by dot xpath, and say let's enter anything like QA company. Okay, so this is the way we can work with the access methods. So let's execute this program once again and see what is the outcome here. So I will simply right click, run as Java application. You can see like it has launched a URL. It has performed all the actions whatever we have given here. Enter the email ID, okay, and it has entered the company name. Okay, for the male and female buttons, I think we can select only one item. That's why it has selected the only one option here. For this we have already seen. So here we have successfully identified the different elements with the help of access methods. Okay, So guys, this is the way you can apply in your project as well. I hope that it is helpful to you. That's it for the today's video. Please like, comment, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much.